You got a salesman.
Everybody showing up early. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna get cracking in 2 minutes. Guys, what's up? Appreciate you showing up on time. Got your guest today, my writer, CEO, founder of CloudTask, and this gentleman to my left. Danny, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey guys, Danny Agadello, VP of Talent Marketplace. Glad to see you guys getting here early. First rule, once you're looking for a job.
First rule of Fight Club, get on early. Quick high level, a lot of people know us, some people don't. Me and Danny have been operating CloudTask as a talent marketplace, helping over 10,500 people get hired in the last 10 years, mostly in Latin America and the Caribbean. And we're going to double down on getting to 20,000 with your guys' help. But what we're doing here a little differently is that we're really working on finding and building a community of the top 10%, top 5%, top 1%, the best of the best in Latin America, which obviously keeps on growing because everybody's learning. And a lot of people who've been in call centers for 5-10 years are now getting out of the call centers and starting to work full-time jobs for tech companies in the States. We take a different approach. Of course, we got jobs. Anybody can get a job at any time. We work in a way where any salary that you're asking, we get it. You keep 100% of your salary, where we earn money by having a small marketplace fee for our customers. But during that journey, what we really like to do is create a community where people can be employed, not be employed, not even speak English, learn. You could take what you learn, you could apply it to your current job, you could share it with your friend. You don't have to get a job through our marketplace to be part of our community. In fact, the more people, the better. But what you do have to want is to be a professional, remote, talented, high-quality working person that represents the countries and the region that you're from. And before we get on to this presentation, Danny, anything you want to say? I know Danny loves talking, so we gotta let Danny talk.
Yeah, so one of the things I was going to add that we're also doing is we're realizing that you guys have a lot of experience. Amir mentioned call center. Maybe you guys have already been working for American companies directly, but the way that you're selling yourself at times isn't really translating in the best way. So again, you might hear us mention it a few times, moving from a rep mentality over to a consultant. So on these, pre-interviews where you guys are going to get prepared, you guys are getting trained up. We're also helping you guys kind of build up your success story in a way that you can mention it in a clear, concise way on a video, then on an interview, right? So yeah, that's something I wanted to add on. We're going to be having lots of calls, lots of coaching sessions.
All right, awesome. Guys, so from good to top rated, what separates the top 10%? We're always asking these questions, right? You know what? I think I might have I got the wrong deck. I got the wrong deck, guys. This is a good start. I got the wrong deck. Excuse me. Good to top rated. There we go. Present. Full screen. We're good to go. From good to top rated, guys, what separates top 10% of remote talent in Latin America? There is small differences between those that make $2,000 a month, those that make $3,000, those that make $4,000, but big differences in lifestyle, right? Good, right, is why you get passed over. When you're competing for some of the best jobs, being good, it's okay. It's not going to get you the job you want. Being great will. Not because you aren't good, because good looks like 100 other profiles on the same shortlist. By the end of the day, the 4 things that separate the top 10% and an honest read on where you guys stand, right? So why get good gets passed over? Buyers aren't shopping for cheap, right? That ship was 10 years ago. That's not why you guys are here. Most of the people that are here have jobs or being paid well already, right? You guys are here because you want to earn more money, not because you're just trying to pay your monthly bills. So U.S. companies hire in LATAM to afford senior people they couldn't get at home, meaning that they want leverage. If they can't afford $150,000 to $250,000 a year, and let's face it, who can? Those numbers are crazy. That's the real numbers. They can start hiring people who are senior in Colombia for $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, right? It's called leverage, right? So U.S. companies hire in LATAM because they want to get senior people. They want someone who performs above their price and top rated. That's what we call it in our marketplace, is how that person gets spotted in the seconds. Anything to add, Danny?
No, not at all.
Cool. So this is a nice deck, and I'm not gonna get too deep into this, guys, because we're gonna show you examples after. But what buyers see in 6 seconds, they'll basically look, right? And they're gonna ask themselves, if they got candidate A and candidate B, they both got HubSpot, they got Outbound, they got Apollo. But if one candidate says, generated $7 million in SaaS industry calling on CEOs versus someone saying,
SDR.
Yeah, working hard, big communicator. Who are they going to pick, right? And we're going to show you examples of these profiles at the end of this. I'm tempted to do it now, but I don't want to ruin my screen share.
And Amir, as first principle, a lot of you guys have sent out emails before. What we've mentioned before on our calls is it's a subject line, right? Think about it as a subject line. No one's clicking and checking out the rest of the body if the subject line isn't somewhat enticing or impacting. So the subject line, the title, very important.
I'll give you a good example, guys. If me and Danny didn't help 10,500 Latin Americans and Caribbean people getting hired in the last 10 years, would you be here listening to us? Probably not, right? So the difference between good and great is going to be your ability. Let me get closer to Danny. It's going to be your ability to convey those messages. And of course, we're going to help you. But that's the big deal, right? The 4 things that actually separate the top 10%, right? Communication, guys, clear, concise, proactive written updates before anyone asks. Good, guys, working on it. We'll update you soon. Top rated, fixed, deployed, 3 to 5 counts confirmed. The rest is Thursday. You got to talk like a professional, guys. I'm gonna see they get these. Let's see if I can get these. Can you see these comments? I can't see these comments. That's okay.
No.
Ownership, guys, right? You name the outcome you drove, not just the task you were handed, right? Good sounds like I was onboarding the team. Top rated, I owned onboarding for 40 accounts and cut the time to live from 0 days to 21 days to 22 days, right? Use the specific numbers. One of the biggest things that Danny said this before is that in U.S. companies, the best operators, they want to know what you've done in numbers. In Latin America, people are more, I would say, concerned about being understood, right? And sometimes that mixes like oil and water, right? And if you want an opportunity to be understood, you first have to get the job, right? And if you get the job by using real numbers, real facts, real states, you'll get paid well, you'll work with an awesome company, and then you'll get the opportunity to be understood. So you don't lose the drive to be understood. Just remember that it comes in timing. And Danny, have you ever seen this in situations where you've seen ownership and you've seen it get lost? I'm gonna move this. Hold on a second. Oh,
yeah, no worries. Yeah, I've definitely noticed that. If you guys aren't, sticking with that, or leading with, these specifics, that's where you guys are really not standing out, right? So as Amir stated, be specific with your title, with your video, what you've done in the past, because what I have seen, Amir, is that a lot of people will just be general, will list a bunch of hard skills, soft skills. I'm a great team worker. I've led teams, but how many people have you led before? I have a portfolio of customers. What industries were they in? How many customers did you have, right?
Well, no, I'll give you an example. I talked to a guy, he was in my community, his name, I wish he did his profile. But he literally said to me, he goes, Amir, and he messaged me WhatsApp in my community. He's like, Amir, he's like, I've sold billions of dollars of software. And I was like, I'd love to talk to you, right? His name is, I could pull it up. I think it was Rodrigo. He's 40 years old. He's been selling for Google, but for DeepMind. He closed 4 African countries on digital transformation, 1.5 billion closed, 3 billion in building. And he didn't have that on his video, right? Like he didn't write, I work for Google, closed $3 billion, right? And because a lot of times, like the last 5-10 years, people were just grateful for having really good jobs, as you should be, right? They're like, I got an awesome job with Google. I'm going to keep it quiet, right? And I'm just going to work. But now we're at a point where people need to know that you closed $3 billion and you lived in Bogota, right? So we're going to start getting these numbers connected with the countries you're from, right? Like I live in Mexico City and I closed $20 million of business, or I grew accounts.
And to add on to that, Amir, real quick, and at no point are we stating that if this isn't true or a truthful statement, we should do that. What I've seen is we oversell ourselves, right? So if we're stating, let's make sure we can talk the walk the talk, right? So make sure that you guys are able to bring it to the table, because if you're mentioning that you're able to close $20 million, you're able to close 30 million, you're able to get 80 meetings on a monthly basis, which I've heard many of you guys say, I love it.
Back it up.
Back it up. Back it up. That's it.
Right. Back it up. Right. Like lead with numbers, lead with data, ask questions, but understand that the days of I'm hired because I speak really good English and because the company saved a lot of money, they're not over, but they're over for the top performers, right? They're
1000%.
over for the people that already passed that level and graduated.
And Amir, you said it before, leverage, right? So companies were maybe 2005, 2008, companies were starting to, reach out and outsource in other regions for leverage based on English, right? English and communication skills were the only thing they were looking at. Now, guys, it's AI, software skills. What other roles have you had that are a bit more complex? Have you done full sales cycle? What type of marketing roles?
This is a big one, guys. Reliability. You only get one chance. You do what you said, you hit deadlines, and you reply during overlapping hours. If you don't, you're fired and you will not get that chance. I have seen countless times people land jobs that were $3,000, $4,000, only to say, oh, my computer broke or I didn't get internet. You know what they got next? What do they get next, Danny?
Oh, they got fired.
They got fired. These excuses, they're not going to cut it. If your computer, if you're not early, I was here for this podcast 30 minutes early setting up, guys. If you are not early and you say my computer had to do updates, my internet's done, game over. That job is going to get taken by someone else who's invested in better commitment, doesn't have your excuses, right? So good says, sorry for the delay. Things got busy. It's good. All right.
And same thing as well, guys, on interviews. If you guys are showing your reliability or how resourceful you are based off of first impressions, you're getting to an interview and you're having to reschedule and you're unemployed, because again, if you're passively looking, you have a job, companies are more likely to give you a pass, right? I've seen it. They give you a pass if you have a job. But if you're unemployed, again, they're kind of like, hey, what's going on? This guy, we had an interview and you're canceling 10 minutes before, 30 minutes before. It doesn't look good, right? So make sure reliability and resourcefulness is definitely under your belt.
It's the difference between good and great, guys. Bottom line, right? Replied in overlapping hours, deadline hit as promised. 12 months in one role reads as a green flag to buyers. If you guys are job hopping and you have that on your resume, you're not going to get picked over the guy who's been at Google. That guy at Google, 5 years. Now he's asking for a better job only because they want him to move back to America, and he doesn't want to move back to America. 5 years. You guys jump in every 4 months? Sorry, it's not going to happen, right? The 4 things that separate the top 10%, async skills, guys. Your documents, your work, and update the team without being asked, right? Over communication. It's all in my head. Ask me and I'll walk you through it. That's okay. What's better? Top rated. It's in the shared doc status. Owner next steps updated daily. Let me know what's next. You got to talk like a professional.
And real life scenario, guys, this is a situation when a hiring company, a hiring leader actually explicitly asks the candidate to give them a readout every day. Every day, let it be through Slack, WhatsApp. If this is being, instructed and you're not doing it, already a red flag. And if it's not being instructed, it's not a bad idea to be proactive, because again, it's going to shift from good to great, top rated to, just plain old good.
The habits that move you up a tier, guys. Start this week. No job move required, man. All you guys can do, rewrite your bullets in star format. Build each resume and profile bullets around a real result. 1 number per bullet. The situation, S. What was going on? T, task, what you owned. A, action, what you did. R, result, the number you moved. I think me and Danny just both learned what the star means, but now we got it, right? So guys, this is the STAR format: situation, task, action, and result. Build a 24-hour follow-up in HubSpot. Lifted lead meeting rate from 18 to 77%, right? Don't just like talk numbers, guys, whether you're in customer support, success, technology. I fixed all the bugs in 24 hours and pushed 3 pull requests on GitHub in 24 hours. You're in sales. I closed 7 deals for 300 million of ARR that grew into 5 million of LTV. Use numbers, guys. Questions, Danny? Comments?
Nope, nothing so far. Carlos Rubio's definitely contributing, mentioning a few things. Wants to skill up, but good stuff.
Guys, build an async proof habit. Keep a shared task list and post written updates so you always have real examples to talk about. Share task list. Every task visible with an owner and a due date. Weekly written updates. What shipped? What's next in writing? Decision log. Where a team can find without asking. Guys, when I was hired back in the day for a company called NetSuite, I was paid pretty well. I was living in South Beach. I came to my interview with a 30, 60, 90-day plan before I got hired. Do you know what percentage of people come to interviews with a 30, 60, 90-day plan?
5%.
Do you know how easy it is? How many people here of the 26 people comment? How many of you come to an interview with a 30, 60, 90-day plan of what you're going to do when you get hired? Flip the role. You're the owner, you're the CEO, you're a leader. You're interviewing someone who shows up and talks about great communication skill. I'm nice. I like to be understood. Or someone says, I closed $700,000 of business. Here's my 30, 60, 90-day plan. On day 30, I learned the systems, learned the process. On day 60, I find all the old prospects, call them back. On day 90, I'm closing, converting. Taking 15 minutes using ChatGPT or Claude will build you a 30, 60, 90-day plan, guys. Show up reliable on camera, right? Reliable on camera is a habit, not a purchase. You know how many times I talk to people that I'm there to change their career on a career coaching call? They don't turn their camera on. When they do, they're wearing a t-shirt and they're like in a dark room. To me, I just look at these guys and I'm like, oh, you want me to get you a $3,000 job? Never. I'm not going to do that. Show up like it matters, guys. Show up in a quiet space, a clean background, camera on, no dropped calls. If you want a remote job, show them that you're professional in a remote setting. Show them that if you get on a camera with a client or an executive, you don't look like, who is this guy? Like, where did you hire this guy? Like guys, it's like Colombia is beautiful. You have coffee shops that are nice. That you don't want a coffee shop, but nice backgrounds. You can make yourselves look good. It's a big deal. Anything to add to this, Danny?
No. First principle, guys. You guys go, out to family gatherings, church, anything, and you need to look good. First impressions count, and this goes throughout the entire process, creating your profile, interviewing. So yeah, first principle.
Yeah, guys. Where do you stand? If you guys want an honest readout on your profile, you guys can book a free remote career coaching call. Me and Danny take them ourselves. And then we have 2 other teammates. We got Kelvin. We got David Gomez. We got 4 people that are coaching. And we'll show you exactly what you can earn, right? I'll just give you an example of an actual career coaching assessment. And then we'll go over some profiles and some questions. Danny, give me a little bit of cover here while I look for this.
Yeah, 100%. So I know we're speaking a lot about, what do I need to do before the interview? What do I need to do during the interview? I also want to discuss what we should do, once we land the job, right? So we have people that have gotten jobs and, gotten fired within a week. Then we have individuals that have had their job for 3 years, 3.5 years. And I'd say the main differentiator from, again, good to great is a proactive individual. It's someone that, again, on one of the slides, Amir was mentioning, if there's a situation, mentioning the situation, but also bringing up what's a potential solution is always great. You need to be self-aware, right? So if you guys come from the call center space, you had a manager, they would give you a readout, your KPIs. you guys should know how many calls you're making, how many meetings you're booking, right? Even if there isn't a dashboard or a CRM or a manager on top of what it is you're doing. So once again, that work ethic, once you guys land the job, is very important. Job hopping nowadays is not a good thing. I know some of you guys have thought, hey, I just won't add it to my resume. I won't add it to my marketplace profile. But if there's a gap from 2023 to 2026, and the question is, what were you doing? What were you doing, right? So make sure that once you guys get that job, we're checking in with you guys. You can proactively let us know, Danny, I haven't hit my KPIs, man. It's been 30 days. Not one meeting have I gotten. Can you check out this call? Like, the marketplace is definitely there for you guys once you land your job. It's not, only for
keeping your job is as important as landing the job.
100%.
I'm gonna upload a quick file, guys. I found Ricardo from yesterday. Ricardo was the guy who worked at Google. So this is the post assessment where we basically give you guys a roadmap of what you need to learn today, what you learned, which is important. And give me a second. I'm searching through some files. Danny's supposed to cover me, but Danny doesn't like to cover me.
Sorry about that. I didn't know I was still covering. So
still covering, Danny. You're almost done covering.
Almost done covering. So no, guys, as well, when you land the interviews, we have these mock calls where, again, what are we mentioning? Make sure you research a company. Nothing's worse than getting to an interview and being asked, so did you research what we do? What do you love about us? And all you have to say is, you guys are a software company. I realize that. Right. There's a bunch of other software companies.
Let's bring it back, right? What separates the top 10% from the bottom percent is that the top 10% comes not only prepared on the company, they've done research on the person interviewing. Mic drop.
100%. 100%.
I think it's more than 100%. I'm processing, guys. Any questions, guys, in the comments? Well, I'll add this to stage. So this is what we call a this is what I call a post. This is what we call an assessment, right? So what you get, right? You see how the title says AI strategist and enterprise sales executive, Bogota, right? Alphabet, Google, DeepMind, 5 years, 3 billion plus per. This is the number, guys. Who is going to get the job that pays top 1%? The guy who's got like sales guy, made cold calls, or the person who says AI strategist, enterprise sales executive, Alphabet, DeepMind, right?
Who's going to get the job and keep it, right?
So when you come to us, guys, we do basically a 7 rubric assessment. We give you a score on role fit, SaaS readiness, AI readiness, communication, tool fluency, marketplace readiness. And this is awesome, guys. I built this skill with Danny on the data of 10,500 hires, and we don't give out good scores. This guy is going to get a job 5,000 plus. He's in the top 1%. He only scored a 52 out of 70, right? Isn't it nice to have an awesome job and get that much of an improvement, right? Yeah. AI sales strategist, enterprise GTM and digital transformation. AI strategist from Google Mind, 3 billion portfolio across 4 continents. Enterprise digital transformation from Pearson, Bridgestone, and U.S. government, guys. This is his profile. We're helping him build his profile, right? Ricardo's an AI strategist in 5 years at Alphabet. I'm not going to read the whole thing, guys. But now we give you a way of helping your script, right? Hi, I'm Ricardo. I'm based in Bogota. For the past 5 years, I've been an AI strategist at Google DeepMind, progressing from business analyst all the way through portfolio manager before stepping into the AI strategy role. In that time, I led enterprise digital transformation programs that generated over $3 billion in client revenue, including a $1.5 billion program already delivered and another $1.5 billion in progress. My clients included Pearson, Bridgestone, and U.S. government agencies. I use AI daily, including 2-3 specific names and tools. Right, that's the thing. If your company is selling AI solutions, navigating digital transformation, or needs someone with my background, I'm ready to bring that Google trained discipline to your team. 45 seconds, that clip gets you a job, gets you a high-paying job. And this is, look, guys, this is what he's going to earn: 5,000, 1,500, and 3 to 5 years, 7,000 to 9,000. This is for this specific person, guys. The average at our marketplace, 25 to 4, right? 3,200. That's the average. We got some people that are executive assistants and entry level that are lower. We got some people that are higher, right? But this is basically, guys, 3 actions acquire in 7 days, profile the fix. So if you come to us, no matter what, you get this, right? That's what everybody here gets. It's just part of what we do. And then here's an example of a profile for a guy named Nick. He got a job, I think, getting paid $4,000 a month.
Sales manager, $4,000, and he's had multiple jobs for the marketplace, right? He had a high-paying SDR role, paying $2K a month. So yeah, he's definitely not someone new. So good profile to follow.
Experienced sales executive, SaaS and B2B, 8 years of closing growth, right? You kind of have an idea of what he does, right? You see the video. I never watched it before. It's looking at the camera.
Hi there. My name is Nico. Thanks for taking the time and checking out my profile.
Right?
I'm going to share a little bit about my experience and hopefully have a conversation with you soon.
With you guys.
I'm a full cycle sales executive with over 7 years of experience, mostly focused in the SaaS industry, both B2B and B2C. I've had a chance to succeed in all the sales roles, from BDR to sales manager to account executive, and even doing sales consulting to CEO and founders who are looking to scale their business development.
Let's go find another profile. I want to find Isabel. I know Isabel's great.
She might not be active since she's
activated her. Okay. I activated her. Right. Look, VP of customer experience, SaaS growth specialist, customer support team, 30% Wahoo lift in Apollo. I scaled customer experience teams and drive product-led growth for SaaS companies at Apollo.io. I grew the CX function from 3 to 125 employees and delivered a 30% increase in a weekly active. Did you guys, am I sharing my screen? Do they see this? Do you guys see this? Everybody see this? You guys see it. Awesome. Human centric, like, so guys, she's using numbers, right? And she's asking for a solid rate. Obviously, this is a VP. She's been around for a while, but you guys get the idea. We're gonna wrap it up soon because that's what we like to do. We like to wrap it up. Any questions, comments for us, and talk to us. We're gonna make ourselves available. Everybody who saw this, you guys are gonna get a follow up for either me or Danny, where we're gonna offer to meet and to give you guys an assessment.
So we have a few questions.
No, we're focused on sales. No, we have 66 positions, right? So we have sales, marketing, technology, over 66 roles, right? For you professional finance, I've been trying to fill a finance role in Medellin for quite some time. DM me. We have finance roles. We have one role right now in Colombia, 2 to 3K base that we are in the process of placing. It's a talent marketplace. So the best thing is to have a really good profile. You might get a job from us tomorrow. You might get a job from us in 2 years. But as long as that job is long-term and higher paying, we're good to go.
Right. And Carlos, as Kelvin is stating, for the gentlemen, a polo, right? If we're going to wear a t-shirt, let's get a little blazer on. For the ladies, a blouse, a dress. Again, the idea is to dress to impress, professional attire, just as we've mentioned.
We both should have shared. We didn't.
Hey, that's not bad.
Busy helping people interview.
How are the hiring leaders going to feel if you jump on a call with one of their customers, with one of their prospects? That's why we want to make sure we're in a good remote work environment and we look
guys,
good.
We had a developer yesterday, and to be transparent, like the job was like 3,500 to 4K, and they didn't want to interview him because he was wearing a nose ring during the interview. Now, guys, a lot of people are like, that's me. That's my personality. It's better to make money, play the game, and then put that nose ring in after the interview. So these details matter. We're here to tell you the truth. I'm like, when you guys get a high-paying job, right? It's what we want. So yeah.
Amir, can we add the assessment so they can book
the profiles again? You'll get the email, guys. You'll get the email from us. You will get the emails. It's going to be in the follow-up. We're too booked right now. We need you to book in a couple weeks because we're slammed. But we only focus on Colombia. No, man, no. We focus 20 Latin American countries, and
95% are remote.
Jamaica,
Carlos,
Mexico, Argentina.
but we have a few that do have some requirements for some hybrids. But yeah, 95% are all remote.
Costa Rica, Colombia, man, you're good. It's really the salary range, right? Like we're just not. We're like the high paying jobs for us kind of tap out at like 80, 90, 6 figures. Where in the States, they're 300 grand, right? So it's just really a matter of like fluent English and companies that want leverage. And why I say leverage is they want to get people that, would earn 6 figures plus in the States for 50, 60, right? Wouldn't you? So it's you're good, Carlos Rubio, is what I'm trying to say. Any more questions, comments, concerns? 24 people still hanging out, even after the show's over. Probably because Danny's dressed really well with his Cloud Task shirt. Awesome. So as I mentioned, guys, every week we're going to be doing live webinars. We do monthly meetups in Medellin. We're going to be doing hopefully meetups across Latin America. And with your guys' help, building this community, we'll probably try to make it to every country because that's what we want to do. And if you have a job, you could still ask us questions and learn from us. We want to build a community where, the only reason why you take a job to the marketplace is because it's the job you want. Anybody who refers anybody to us, if they get hired, we pay out $100 in the partner program. And just feel free to tell us what you want to learn. So like the topics you want to learn, right? Like go to LinkedIn, connect with me, Cloud Amir, and just be like, yo, Amir, create content on this, create content on that. Like I have these questions, right? Like I want to know, like I want to know, can I negotiate? How do I negotiate on an interview? When's the right time to ask for a raise, right? What websites do you recommend for IT? Cloudtest.com, dude. What do you mean? If you want to go to a job site, go to like Indeed, but you're going to be applying and it's, the job boards are a little bit hectic. If you want personalized help, come to cloudtest.com. We have IT jobs all day long, but I think Indeed and the other players that are job sites are probably good for IT. And yeah,
we have a full stack developer job post right now.
After the scene, we got your emails, bro. You guys signed up. We got your emails. We're going to be sending you a follow-up email today that has our calendar link. So don't worry about that.
You guys can book.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys, have a great one. Got to jump on a mock interview, get someone prepared. Laura's about to get on an interview, but have a great one, guys.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for coming. It means a lot to Danny.
Till next time.
And to me. See you guys.
See you guys. Hey, Laura, thank you so much for joining. Let me jump on. All right.